When Bobby Lashley first made his debut in WWE in 2005, it was clear the company had big plans. I mean, just look at him. With a chiseled physique, insane power, and a legit athletic background, being a wrestler and having a military background, Lashley had the look and aura that Vince McMahon loved. His first run from 2005 to 2008 was full of promise, big moments, rivalries, and championship runs. But in the end, it low-key flopped. Let's revisit Bobby Lashley's first run in the WWE. Lashley would debut on SmackDown in September of 2005 and was quickly established as a powerhouse. WWE wanted everyone to know that Lashley was a big deal, and right out of the gate, his initial run was basically a string of squash matches showcasing his insane strength and athleticism. His look, combined with his amateur wrestling background, made him instantly stand out, as within weeks he was undefeated and tear through literally everyone on SmackDown. Lashley's first big title chase would come in early 2006 as he started going after the United States Champion, which was held by none other than JBL. His feud with JBL wasn't memorable at all, but it was important, as JBL, a former WWE champion, was Bobby Lashley's first ever rivalry. Like, that's insane. In the year 2006, WWE would also revive the ECW brand, aiming to bring back a classic promotion beloved by pretty much every wrestling fan at the time. So with the new brand popping up, WWE decided to run back the draft. And not so lucky for our boy Lashley, he got drafted to ECW, which felt unexpected as hell. However, it was a pretty big moment for Lashley as he pretty much instantly became the top star of ECW and was crowned ECW World Heavyweight Champion. In the one and only Extreme Elimination Chamber, Bobby would defeat people like Big Show, Test, Hardcore Holly, Rob Van Dam to become the new champ of the new era of ECW. And like it or not, Lashley held his own as ECW champ. Sure, he wasn't RVD or some washed up crackhead ECW wrestler, but he was good and over as hell too. Like, rewatch some 2007 or 2006 WWE and just listen to the pops this dude was getting. After dominating ECW for a few months and being clear as day their John Cena, Lashley will probably run into the biggest moment of his WWE career, besides winning the WWE title. And that was the Battle of the Billionaires, which saw Donald Trump, our president, versus Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 23. The two would end up choosing the wrestlers that they wanted to represent them at WrestleMania, and they ended up being Bobby Lashley for Donald Trump, and the other one was Umaga for Vince McMahon. And if Lashley won, Vince would shave his head, and if Umaga won, vice versa, Trump would shave his. And let's just say after a mid-match, oh, and I forgot, Stone Cold was reffing as well. And let's just say after a mid-match, Lashley would win, and Vince McMahon got shaved in the middle of WrestleMania, which also then led to Durag Vince, but that's a different story. Following WrestleMania, Lashley would look to further defend his ECW title, but that didn't happen, as after getting his head shaved at WrestleMania 23, McMahon would go insane and was straight up obsessed with Bobby, as at the next pay-per-view Backlash, Vince booked a 3-on-1, Shane, Vince, and Umaga versus Bobby for the ECW title. And bro, Vince McMahon wins the ECW World title from Bobby Lashley. The most insane booking decision you can possibly think of in the year 2007. After losing, Bobby would engage in more nonsensical segments with Vince before finally regaining the title back. A few weeks after the whole McMahon debacle ended, Lashley would end up getting drafted yet again, but this time to Raw, and this time he was the ECW champ, so that meant he had to vacate his title. But he was on to bigger and way better things, as soon as he vacated the title, he was slotted into a main event program with John Cena. A straight dream match, well, for me at least, like two of WWE's top Superman stars in 2007 going at it. And the build-up was straightforward as hell, like something you would see in AEW, something announced then just happening 2 weeks later. Like, that's how straightforward it was. In the match itself, Lashley put up a great fight, and the match is pretty much not must watch, but the match I'd watch it, it's good. But ultimately he did end up losing to Super Cena, as Cena in 07 wasn't giving up the title anytime soon. But with Lashley going head to head and having such a 50-50 battle with Cena, everyone and their mom can see the writing on the wall that Lashley was a future main eventer and was in WWE to stay. But unfortunately, that's not what went down. Right when it seemed like Lashley was going to be a fixture in the WWE and a prominent player in the main event scene, his momentum was derailed as he suffered a shoulder injury that put him on the sidelines. And during this recovery, there were reports of disagreements between Lashley and WWE, and by early 2008, Lashley was gone. 3 years of just straight up pushing someone like they're Superman all down the drain. After leaving WWE, Lashley would have success in MMA and then TNA, where he really found himself as a professional wrestler, having great matches with Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode, James Storm, and a whole bunch of other wrestlers. Then, in 2018, after over a decade long, Bobby Lashley made his return to WWE, where he was instantly treated like a main event player until he wasn't. If you enjoyed this video, just let me know down in the comments, like this video, and subscribe. Most of you guys watching are not subscribed, and I have no idea why, but I'll see you on the next one. Peace.